United States Information Agency to fight this information war that a lot more aggressively than I think we're doing right now.
You know, I agree, General, and I think one of the areas is where we're lacking and lagging more than any other area is social media. We know these young people in the Baltics are the same as young people here. They get their information off the internet, and we have really lagged behind there. Senator Gillibrand.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Mr. Ranking Member, for hosting this very important hearing. I want to follow on some of the questioning that Senator Ernst started concerning the National Guard and cyber. I have been pushing DoD to use the Guard for years and appreciate that this is beginning to happen. Members of the Guard bring unique skills and capabilities, and we should be leveraging them. Admiral Rogers, I look forward to working with you on how best to do this. Can you tell me whether there has been movement on the Army National Guard cyber protection teams being included in the cyber mission forces?
Yes. And, we brought 2 online that have been activated in the last year, 2 additional that are coming online in 17, the first of which just came online. So yes, ma'am.
And how much more is left to be done? And when do you expect it?
The Guard and the Reserve are bringing on an additional 21 teams. Those will not be directly affiliated with the mission force. But one of the things I think we're going to find over time, the only way to generate more capacity in a resource-constrained world is to view this as an entire pie, not just, well, here's one off area, the mission force, and here's a separate area, the Guard and Reserve. I think what we're going to be driven to is we have to look at this as a much more integrated whole.
I do too, because at the end of the day, our Guard and Reserve, they have day jobs, and they may be working at Google and Microsoft and Facebook and all these technology companies and have extraordinary skills. And as a way to tap into the best of the best, I think we should look at people who already have these skills, who are already committed to serving our nation as best we can. Right. So I appreciate your work.
Yes, ma'am. And if I could, one area that I'd be interested in your help in, for many employers in the Guard and the Reserve, and I say this as the son of a guardsman when I was a kid growing up.
Son of a.
They often, sometimes,
Guardsman.
tend to view that service as something that you do overseas. Hey, I'm willing to let you go because you're going to Afghanistan, you're going to Iraq. In the world of cyber, we're operating globally from a garrison, pick the location.
From any location in the world.
Anywhere. And
correct.
So this idea, this just came up, General Admiral and I were just talking about this yesterday, as a matter of fact, where I said, one of the things we need to do is educate employers about what is the nature of this dynamic. And it's every bit as relevant as saying we're sending somebody to Afghanistan or Iraq.
I think that's right. On a separate topic,
thanks for catching up.
I've long been advocating for aggressive development of the manpower that we need to support our cybersecurity mission. In particular, I continue to believe that we have to not only develop
personnel power,
the military, and the interest in cyber among young Americans, but that the military must be creative when thinking about recruitment and retention of cyber warriors. How would you assess our current recruitment and retention of cyber warriors, and what challenges do you foresee in the future, and what recommendations do you have to address them? Because obviously we are competing with some of the most dynamic, innovative companies in the world, but we need them to be our cyber defense and our cyber warriors.
So, knock on wood, in the military aspect, we are exceeding both our recruiting and retention expectations. I worry about how long can we sustain that over time in the current model. My immediate concern is a little less on the uniform side, in part because if money was a primary driver for them, they wouldn't have come to us in the first place. On the civilian side, however, that's probably my more immediate concern. I'm finding it more challenging to retain. We're able to recruit well, retaining them over time. I'm really running into this on the NSA side right now. Where how do you retain high-end, very exquisite civilian talent for extended periods of time?
Holla at your boy, man.
I'd be delighted to work with you over the next year on that. Director Clapper, I was very interested in your opening remarks and the initial conversation